Your friendly neighborhood YouTuber is rated PG-13. Porno advisory, explicit content. Viewer discretion is advised.
Your friendly neighborhood YouTuber is brought to you by Gangsters and Demons on YouTube. Check it out.
Good day, people. I was going to say good day, sir. All right, guys. Welcome back to the show. We are here. We are going to be doing a comic book review. Yeah, man, it's been a while since I've done a comic book review. This time, we are going to be doing a comic book review of Medieval Spawn Witchblade. Ooh, my goodness. Look at that. Here are some of the artists that is responsible for this, making it happen. Brando and Bat. 1995, guys. What were you doing in 1995? Okay, so this comic book is in pretty good condition, pretty pristine condition. We're just going to flip through it. We're not going to read through it entirely because it'll probably take me like an hour to do. So we're just going to kind of skim through it, as you guys can see. Opening the first page. And you see the Twin Towers there, which is no longer there. 1995. That's crazy, bro. Look. So this is 1996 right here, and the Twin Towers are still standing. Yeah. Foreshadowing. Yeah. You can tell that... Well, actually, wait a minute. So, yeah, this doesn't take place in the future. This just says 1996. Here's the Twin Towers. They're still standing, so I guess it makes sense. So, and here's a gentleman sitting on the bench looking at the Twin Towers. I just can't help wondering what it's all going to look like in 6 months' time. That's fucking creepy, isn't it, man? That's how the comic book starts out. This guy sitting on the bench, and you got the Twin Towers right there, and yeah, that's crazy. 6 months time, what it's going to look like. Not really 6 months time. When did 9/11 happen? 2001, right? So 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001. Well, five years later. So yeah, here he is. He's talking to your mother's a whore, Royal. And he's talking pretty much to a box he's talking to a head in the box. That's what he's talking about. Right there. Matter of fact, she was, I wasn't aware that the two of you had met, not professionally, I hope. And then there's the box talking to him right there. Don't get clever with me, you self-obsessed turd. I tried saying that without laughing. I hope this apocalypse you're so looking forward to blows up in your stinking face. You're nothing but a half-competent, petty, gloating backstabber with a bit of magic and too much luck. And then, at least I'm not a severed head in a brown paper parcel. Bastard. So that's the box talking back to him. There's the head. There's a severed head in the box. 800 years of pain and misery, and you've managed to hold a grudge the whole time. I like that. And then it goes to the Pyrenees, 1175 AD. Matthew Royal, never bloody heard of you. So here's Matthew Royal, and here's the same guy who's sitting on the bench right there. Here he is, right here, in 1172. But I know you, Lord Cardinal, you wield the darkness power through its black sorcery melded to your very soul. You have created a kingdom that stretches from Flanders to the south of Spain. Not a man in Christendom can even think your name, but that is your heart will quake with. I know who I am, Royal. Who the hell are you supposed to be? I am the man who will make you truly mighty. Let's go over to the next page. And here he is. They're having some more conversation. Too late. Let me raise this up a little bit, guys. Raise my camera up just a little bit. Alright, you destroyed all who stand before me. I create whatever I choose. A citadel, an army, world of pleasure, even my queen, Eleanor, and I formed from the magic at my fingertips. With darkness royal, I am mighty. Yes and no. Your darkness functions only in the night, Lord Cardinal, or deep beneath the earth. Soon your subjects will realize that your soldiers do not march in daylight, and then your reign is over. So what's your big idea then? Laugh and assault on Fairy? The other world that lies beside our own. The spells perfected by the Fairy folk are unimaginable. A man who possessed such knowledge and wielded on Earth would rule our world. The light in Fairy is not drawn from our sun. The creatures in your army are immune to it. Use your power. Tear down the walls of the other world. Burn the land of the Fairy to a cinder and claim its prizes as your own. And what's your interest in all of this? I am a student of sorcery, my lady Eleanor. Some of the Fairy magic, while useless for martial purposes, fascinates me on a purely academic level, and I would relish the opportunity to study at the length. And we're supposed to believe that, are we? Right, this is too good opportunity to miss. Let's do it. Let's what? All right, and then you won't regret this. The other world of the Fairy one day later. 'Tis long ere I tarried by the brook, Galenor. These lands of ours contain so many thousands of delights. I sometimes forget the loveliness lie this close to home. Not since your myth and myself did scale the mountains of Rondolin have. Thunk! And he's got an arrow through his head. I apologize for my reading skills. I'm not used to the ye old English. And then Tornir, I wouldn't worry. And then there's Tornir. He put a arrow through his head. You'll be with him again in a few moments. The artwork is just amazing, bro. Really, really great artwork. But who? We are the army of darkness. We serve great Cardinal, our most beloved Lord and Master, and we have come to rape this world. Jeez. Oh no, mercy, I beg of you. Mercy. Sorry, my camera tipped over. Not for you, elf boy. Then he slices his head. Schwank! Slices his head right off. Yes, that's it. Kill the idiots. I've always hated bloody elves. A word of caution, my lord. And then there he is, killing the elves. There's a beautiful artwork of him killing the elves, slaying the elves. And then here is medieval spawn. Look at that. Look at that beautiful artwork. Fairies, and I apologize if I'm pronouncing it wrong, guys. I'm not familiar with this comic. This is the first issue. I've never read it before, so. Fairies' relationship to our own world is a complicated one at the best of times, and certain nexus points within reality. The two worlds overlap. The conflict you have started could well spill over to the Earth at any time. And there's no telling who might become involved. And there is medieval spawn. Hell's gates! Medieval spawn yells. No! Hello! And there's all the other elves being slaughtered. I don't know who you are, you butchers, but you will cease this slaughter now. You'll get lost if you know what's good for you. And then there's medieval Spawn slicing the guy's head in half. Get him! You just signed your death warrant, stranger. Keep your distance, scum. Bring him down. That's it. Hold him! Hey, hold me? And then he has his green necro stuff where he shoots at the guy's face and he rips his skin off. They've slipped back into Fari, and that bloody stranger's gone with them. Who in the hell is he? Is it a Spawn? Quite young one, too. How odd. Does it pose a threat? Of course not. And then here's a little advertisement of Witchblade right here. And then we'll flick over to the next page. Merry England that afternoon. I'm not paying for this. And here's Witchblade, I believe. 90 bits for a week's bed and breakfast. You've got to be out of your mind. Be reasonable, Katarina. You be bloody reasonable. And okay. I thought you've given up robbing people, stalker. Only temporarily. Love as soon as I can sell this sodding money pit. I'll be right back. Earning my living as a respectable thief. Anyway, allow me to itemize your bill. B&B, 10 bits, 74 tankards of porter, another 40 sundry furniture items broken in all the fights you started. Call it 20 bits, cleaning the fat bloke's blood out of the curtains. 5, bribing Constable Hotspur to turn a blind eye. 15 bits in my last set of dirty wood cuts. I don't remember starting any fights. Oh, come on. You went up to the Volner, the Viking, and said you've got a face like a scabby dog's rectum, and then you kicked the living crap out of him. What's that if it's not starting a fight? He said I had a nice ass. You do. It was the way he said it. Every bloody night, Katarina. Some subtle variation of the theme of you getting smashed on a dozen allies and such, beating some blockhead to a pulp. It's a bad for business, love. Well, yes, I'm afraid I'm a bit financially embarrassed right now. Oh, broke? In that case, let me familiarize you with both options in my non-cash one-step repayment scheme. All right. First option, that lot's been sitting there for 10 years or so. I'm told load it onto the wagon and drive it over to Jobby McGurk's Dung Emporium and figure we're just about quits. Yeah, right. Second option. And there he is, thinking, does that sleazy grin mean what I think it means? Oh, yes. Then you better tell me where you keep the shovel. There's medieval Witchblade shoveling dung. Goddamn worthless son of a brainless satanic chicken rapist. I ought to take this shovel and ram it sideways up his. Be happy in your work. That's my advice. And then here's medieval Spawn and Witchblade. Look at that beautiful artwork, bro. This is really, really nicely done. Great, great artwork. And then we'll fling it over to the next page. All right. Do you mind me asking what the hell you think you're doing? Just enjoying the view, love. You're really beginning to piss me off, and you spud-bashing Irish creep. Oh, will you relax? You might be a ruthless Amazon swordswoman from the barren waste of wherever it is you're actually from, Katerina, but we both know you're a decent sort at heart and wouldn't hack up your old mate for the sake of 90 bloody bits. Leave the posturing stuff to the wankers and get back to your shoveling, will you? This is definitely a new low for me. I will never use these fancy foreign languages. So tell us how you managed to end up penniless. Signed on as a convoy guard with Dylan the Welsh. Usual deal, food and water on the trip. Share of the profits when we got the Torah millennials. Dylan the Welsh is he still working with Orstric Five Balls, the blind navigator of Norwich? Yes, I'm afraid he is. We ended up in a bloody Sweden. Do you have any idea how tough it is to sell wagon loads on a pornography on the Stockholm market? My share of the profits came to 1/3 of dead pack horse. So decided to drown your sorrows. Yes, huh. And then she's digging, and then, what is that? She finds a armored arm. What is that? I bet it's worth something, whatever it is. Hey, finders keeper. Yeah, and it was my shit you found it in, so to speak. And then here is medieval spawn, and then they're battling each other, and then they end up in Witchblade's presence. Holy God! Katerina? Who? Katerina, don't just stand there. Run! Medieval Witchblade says to Katerina. Yeah! Grab the babe. Keep your distance. Shring! Breaks out her sword. Gah! Shank! And she slices up one of the creatures. Nice! Get her! Shrink! Come on. Then scumbass? More of them. I don't know what this is or who you are. And then Witchblade gets in the middle of the conflict of medieval spawn. But it looks like we're on the same side. Spawn. Hey! Witchblade, good. And then here they are battling them. Kill them! Schwank! Ah! Shock! Ah, no! Schmike, schmuck, schling! Sheesh! Hey, oh, go! And they're slicing them up. One by one. They're unstoppable. Flee! Runners! They're escaping. No, they're not. Shroom! And then medieval spawn blast them all to hell. What are you, some kind of sorcerer or something? Witchblade says to medieval spawn. Or something. And you called out my name, didn't you? When you first showed up. Have we met? No, I must be mistaken. Oh yeah? Well, who are all these freaks? How did you pop up out of thin air with them? Who exactly are you? Shrink! Arrow goes through one of the freak's mouth. Who? Stalker. I thought you were. Yeah. Later for that, Bollocks. Have you seen what this maniac's done to my pub? It was unavoidable, medieval spawn says. I thought you wanted rid of the place. Yeah, at a profit, and what is that bloody thing doing in your hand? Oh, I don't know. It just jumped onto me when the fight started, and the next thing I knew, well, I'll tell you one thing though. It feels good. That's nice. I must go. The rip between worlds closes once again. Farewell, Katerina. Hold on, you just can't disappear. You haven't answered my questions. I cannot tarry, my lady. The land of Fari is under fierce attack, and the battle is passing back and forth between that world and this. I myself was dragged across this very morn. Innocent elven folk are being murdered in their hundreds, and their homes now lie in ruin. I have slain full 10 score of these warriors of darkness, and still they come. I must return. Wait, what about... And then he disappears. Damn it. Katerina, do you know what's going on the other side of the gateway waiting for us in the other world? What? Cash. Money, dosh, readers, filthy, lucre. You've heard the lessons of Fari, haven't you? Vast piles of treasure gathered before the dawn of man, gold and silver, diamonds and emeralds stacked so high they'll reach the very clouds. Whooping great wedges of cash. Cash! Cash! Katerina, we have to go to Fari now. What? Looks like someone else or something else agrees with you, Stalker. And then there's the Witchblade arm. Let's go. It's the Witchblade. They're entering Fari's too. And what's the damn thing she's wearing anyway? I've heard of such weapons, but I never sure if I believed. Right, Royal. Does it pose a threat to us? Well, Royal, and then to be continued. And there you guys have it. There was the very, very first episode comic of Medieval Spawn Witchblade 2. So here's number 2. The fight against evil gets good. So essentially the comic was just kind of Medieval Spawn meeting up with Witchblade, the origin of Witchblade and how she discovered this. Obviously there's more story to Witchblade. But an awesome story nonetheless. I really like the story. Definitely I would like to get number 2 and continue this story for you guys. So that's really, really dope, man. Really like this comic book. Great artwork. Pretty good storytelling. The ye old English was very hard for me to read. But nonetheless, it was a great, great story. All right, guys, there was my little review of Medieval Spawn Witchblade number 1. I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next review. Peace out.